So what is autism? Wow, well, in my view, autism describes someone who thinks slightly differently, someone who takes a different perspective, someone who perceives the world, senses the world differently than most other people.
I just say autism is just a condition that allows for a different way of thinking about the world. I mean, I am very much a big proponent of the neurodiversity paradigm, which is the idea of, instead of autism being seen as a medical condition with flaws, it's just one of differences, and it means, and I say like autism just allows me to see the world differently with extra details that I pay attention to, different ways of ideas to make the world better, and simply, a different way of being in the world, which is diversity is good. Like if everyone's the same, it's boring. So that's what I usually say.
I would use the phrase that my brain is wired differently. Sometimes I would describe that everyone is different, and sometimes that means that the way that most of society is built doesn't quite fit with me. A good analogy is if you're 7 foot tall, then you're going to have to duck through the doorways, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's, some people are taller, some people are shorter, but it does mean that you're going to have trouble walking through doors.
We kind of describe them as, or try to look at them as superpowers sometimes. So people that are really, really good at things, so they might be really, really, really good at blocking things out and being able to focus in on a task, and that might be, working on their computer at the detriment of not remembering to go to the bathroom or to eat or to meet basic needs or to listen to those around them. But they're, it's a superpower that they can focus so well. So for us, it might be helping them to, make breaks to, do the other things.
Being confused about not having the rules that everyone else seems to be able to see when it comes to social interactions, and kind of missing the memo on how social interactions work. Paired with that, having different sensory profile, and so seeing the world in a literally different way.
So sensory sensitivities are often talked about by adults on the autism spectrum as being quite significant in determining their ability to do their daily activities.
I see autism as primarily a social communication problem, and then we've added potential sensory sensitivities, specific interests and repetitive behaviours. What we know about autism is that the brain of a person with autism is working extremely well. Autism brings many, many talents. It brings fantastic personality attributes, for example. I have met so many people with autism who are the most compassionate people I've ever met. There's loyalty there, there's commitment. People who are autistic go to work, not to socialise, but to work. There's a work value there, for example. There's many qualities and talents that come along with autism.
We also know from research that many individuals on the autism spectrum actually have what we call enhanced perception. So that's enhanced abilities to notice and observe things. So for adults on the autism spectrum, this might translate to having a very keen appreciation for things like visual art or music, or be able to notice really fine detail in patterns in things. And that can be often used as a bit of a superpower, to be honest, a real strength area, particularly in some work environments where being able to notice those intricate patterns or differences in patterns or elements of a visual or an auditory display can be really quite a unique skill.
So autism describes someone who's different, not defective, but different. And we need difference in our community, in our world.